Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Time to take a look at Optic Gaming's season in full review.
Yep, 34-10 record, 115 to 51 map record. It's going to be good for a 69 win percentage map-wise. That's just insane. They added Karma to their roster after an 8-shot step down. I mean, pretty easy pickup.
Yeah.
Figured out that's logical. First season 2 regular season, last 12 games, 7-5. Not the best of the last 12 games, but they did play with an 8 for a bunch of those. Didn't have Crim.
This is true. This is true.
Best game mode in season 2. Hardpoint, not surprising. 32-12. And
this is hilarious. I love this last one.
Their worst game mode is Search and Destroy at 34-20.
Just so bad at Search and Destroy.
They stink.
Yeah,
They
you need to go back to the drawing board with that one. That's crazy amount of Search and Destroys. To put that into perspective, if you compare their best game mode to their worst game mode, they have won 2 more, lost 8 more, so that averages out to just be 6 game differential on losses. From their best to their worst.
They're a very good team.
That's absurd. That's crazy.
Skunk's the only remaining player from last year's X Games roster.
Yeah. Wow. That is weird.
It's a lot of changes for OG in a year.
Yeah, for a team who kind of historically don't make that many changes.
So here's something just written in the storylines. It's when the last 3 LAN events would win at X Games, now put Optic Gaming in the talks of a dynasty like Cole.
Nope.
4 events is much different than like 20 or like 18.
It was like
say 18, right?
It was a long way to go. Like, plus they did it across 2 different games. Like that this is what really annoys me. I get the hype. It's like, yo, this team's great. This is the best team of all time.
Yeah.
But it's like, they didn't win champs. Like, let's not forget that they didn't win champs.
Right.
Which is kind of the
it legitimizes the whole Cole thing.
If you have like one of the for example, best football team,
if Cole didn't win champs,
right? Then it's kind of like, well, how good really was it? Did the team show good pressure? But like, for example, with football or any sport, if they don't win the Super Bowl, you really going to consider them like the greatest of all time?
No.
Exactly. Like,
they're never even in the discussion.
Exactly. You need to win that big tournament, and until this team specifically does, like, they got a long way to go. It kind of reminds me of like Cole from Black Ops 2.
It's Cole Black Ops 2 again when they lost champs, they got 4th, dropped too quick, picked up Clay, and then went on like a run.
This is kind of the run that
this is like, okay, they sucked at champs, made a change.
I mean, they didn't even really suck, but
no, they didn't really suck. They played
winning everything.
I mean, they really underperformed. I mean, Cole didn't suck at champs.
Right.
For Black Ops 2, they just underperformed.
Yeah. Now the kind of winning is definitely started off with kind of a couple of wins over in Europe, and now North America. The win at X Games is kind of on the way to cement that legacy a little bit, but I still think it goes a little bit further than just X Games. Don't know how you feel, but that's just that's my kind of piece on it. But yeah, we've been watching some of the best game modes. We have an awesome uplink that we found against Justice from Optic Gaming. Sit back, enjoy.
Winning that S&D after a 5-1 comeback, going to tie this thing up at 1 apiece. Was on board with Octane there to start things off. He's going to drop 3 kills in the feed for Optic Gaming. Make it for Formal is going to pick that last player up. It's going to be Crim with support running drone through school. Going to be able to get that 2-point score on the board here first, Fox.
Textbook play right off the start there. Immediately getting Justice 4 dead, making a play off of it in school. Just as that 4th player dropped, Crim and his escort were already through lockers getting that dunk.
Yeah, Crim had a nice escort there going through that lockers. Able to put that one in right away. Formal going to pick up 2 kills mid-map. Going to go on board with Karma. Working his way up towards drone. Should be able to pick this one up. Let's see if Optic can get a push through school. It looks like there's going to be Scump in there leading the way.
Look at how confident this is. Karma already picking up the drone, trying to make a play with it when they haven't even gotten any kills yet, and Optic is going to be punished for that. I like to see teams at least get a kill or 2 before they pick up the drone and try to make a play with it, but they decided to just take it right into school. I guess they were feeling confident.
Yeah, they'd had to be feeling pretty confident right there. It's going to turn and backfire against them. It's going to be Justice scoring that one in. Krim going to get that drone off spawn, going to be able to bring it over towards school. 2 kills go down mid-map. Going to try and rotate this one back. You see one player pushed up with him in the window, going to jump out. I believe that is Formal to his right. Formal's going to pick up 1. Krim going to jump over one of the other players. Fantastic play out of Crim6 right there. Able to put in another 2-point score for Optic Gaming. Karma, he's going to have to go big here as 2 players coming through school, able to get one, has the second one in front of him, not able to pick him up, but still Fox wastes enough time that they can't push out the drone right away.
Yeah, Crim6 refusing to go for any less than 2 points there. He had every opportunity to just throw it right in, even while he was stunned, but he said, no, we're going to keep slaying. I'm going to push through and get... Look, this is probably going to be his 3rd dunk in a row here, unless the player in school window stops him, and that he does. 3 dead for Optic Gaming. Octane is running this drone, probably going to go through yellow with it. Actually decides to go through middle street. Even though his teammate is already getting naded on middle street, he's still going to go this way, just going to decide to play the reset.
Smart play from Octane, had no map control, kind of did the opposite of what Optic did before. Gonna still be alive over in Garage, see what he decides to do. Gonna have teammates spawning up, trying to get that mid-map control. Formal right behind some of the players on Justice. He's gonna be able to only get 1. Krim on your screen, gonna be in hospital, has 2 players directly in front of him, not able to get that second player through the wall. Gonna fire shots with the bow, still in the same spot, not able to pick up that player. It's gonna be Octane with the drone yet again for Justice, gonna be bringing it through hospital.
Octane should have at least a throw opportunity here, but it looks like someone from Optic Gaming, at least 2 players actually are in range to intercept it. Nobody goes for it, and so that's going to be a point on the board for Justice. We're now 3 dead as the drone is resetting. I think we could see Optic take advantage of this, unless this single Justice player inside school wants to stop it.
Yeah, there was 1 player for Justice inside of school. Going to be able to take out 2 players, though. It's going to be Karma and Scump, the ones dropping. Krim on your screen. Formal just protecting him with that bow. Krim just trying to dance around, bait some players out. He's going to be bringing the drone back towards that middle of the street. He's got a player to his left. Not able to just run it by everybody. Krim just trying to strong arm that one in. Scump trying to follow it up. Not able to kill anyone either. It's going to be Justice. They're just going to reset that drone. Actually, they're going to keep passing it along. They're going to pass it all the way up to Octane. Seems like he's going to be the drone carrier for Justice. They're going to try and bring it into back yellow.
Yeah, Crim6 getting really greedy this match. You know, he's already gotten hurt for it or burned for it twice. We're not seeing either of those really aggressive plays go in favor of Optic Gaming when they don't have any map control, any players down or anything like that. They still try and go for it. It has worked out for them, but I think that's just because they're on the advantageous side. Running it through school is usually not super difficult, but when you're going up against 4 players that are all alive and expecting it, it's definitely a challenge.
Yeah, huge challenge, huge mountain to overcome. It's going to be Octane with that drone. He's actually going to be able to get that one off, not able to get it in. Is his teammate still there? It's going to be Octane trying to work with TCM. TCM on a 2 streak, not able to get that drone back. 30 seconds left. It's going to be Justice trying to get another score in. It looks like we're going to have Merc getting that drone off spawn. Going to try and run this one up the mid street. He's going to make it pretty far, not able to get that throw off. Study there to help him in support. Optic needs to be careful. Justice keeps moving this drone further up the spawn. It's going to be Krim bringing it back alley. He's going to jump right over Merc. Merc's going to actually be able to take him out. Merc's going to drop with that drone. Looks like this is just going to kind of go back and forth until the end of this round. It looks like we'll probably have a 4-3 game going into the second half.
Going into the second half, Optic Gaming does not want to be up by only 1 point. I mean, we saw that every single time Justice brought the drone into Optic spaces, they would spawn out right under the uplink, and still, we weren't able to see Optic make any of those plays on school, and they're just going to be up by 1 point. It's definitely not ideal when you're on the good side.
Yeah, definitely. To be up by 1 from the side that Optic's on, you'd like to be up by a little bit more, but we've seen them have pretty good success from the least favorable side. They like to just throw that drone in, get yards on it, and then they're able to just, run in and slay. I think it kind of fits them a little bit better. We'll go on board with TCM as he's actually leading the squad of Justice here. 16 and 12, Octane at 14 and 8. Both of them doing quite nice jobs today.
Yeah, TCM should have a kill or two in range of him besides the drone carrier. He's going to finally spot the character that went inside garage and take him out with a nice hip fire, taking the drone and double jumping over blue wall. I think we're going to see him sprint through this in school, but get stopped short around lockers, and that he does. Scump is the player to do it, who immediately picks up the drone, trying to make a play of his own as we see 3 dead for Justice. He has a throw in his sights right now, but he's going to get greedy. Players are going to spawn right in front of him, and there we go. 5-3, Optic Gaming is in the lead.
Fantastic play by Scump. Got it within a range. I guess he felt comfortable shooting it from. Crim just going to jump in, throw that one out of bounds. Crim doing a lot of OBJ work. 4 uplinks to his name. 9 and 15 in the kills department. Doesn't matter, though. Formal sitting at 19 and 16. You got Scump 12 and 15. Karma at 15 and 14. All 3 of them putting in nice work. It's going to be Crim with that drone. See what he decides to do with it. Going to bring it in garage. Going to have a player to his left. We see Optic starting to push up, starting to get some kills. Karma's going to pick up 2.
This needs to be a throw.
Yeah,
this needs to be a throw.
He's going to go in for 2. It's going to be Formal directly behind him, able to clean up some kills. Formal on a 3 streak in the Justice base. Open that one up, Fox.
I don't even know why I said this needs to be a throw. I didn't look at the name card. I didn't realize that it was Crim6 that was holding the drone. Crim's going to get greedy and go for that dunk. I mean, especially against teams that he knows that he should be able to get multiple dunks on, it's going to happen. All 6 of his points are from from dunks with the drone, so should be expected he's going to get greedy and go for, or not greedy, he's going to go for all of it.
Yeah, Crim had a good support there. 2 kills right off the bat from Karma, and then 1 huge one from Formal to really open things up. Study's going to be trying to lock down school. Was able to pick up 2, not able to get the 3rd. Now, it's going to be Justice. Going to have that drone control if they would like it. Merc going to play right to the left of Mid Atlas. Going to push his way into Hospital. Going to be able to take out Karma. Merc going to work his way around. Justice needs to pick up the drone, and they need to start making a play with it. It's going to be Study with that drone in hand. He's going to get shot in the back. Going to get taken out by Crim. Going to find out if that is just enough time to slow it down.
Yeah, Formal was trying to play a bit of a distraction there on middle map around the school steps with the head glitch and using his bow. Held them off just a little bit, but the throw ended up coming in. I think Formal's definitely been a key player on this map. He's been playing around school with his bow a whole lot, which is exactly where you would want your bow carrier, right? When you're playing for that reset, if he's playing around school, he can get on so many different head glitches. There are so many different long lanes that he can look down, and he's just taking full advantage of that.
Yeah, definitely taking a huge advantage of that. 2 minutes to go in the game. It's going to be Optic Gaming up 2. Score going to be 7-5. Justice trying to bring that drone to the back alley. It's going to be Octane holding it in hands for Justice. He's going to be pushed from behind. Grim directly in front. Octane doesn't seem to have anyone in front of him. It was actually Karma able to take him out there at the end, but still, Octane got way too close for my liking. It's going to be Karma on your screen with the drone. See what he can do with it. A 1-point score here would be huge for Optic.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to go for this throw, but there is a player sitting right on top of 18, just prone, reading that play like a book. That is going to be Octane, who's been leading the charge for this Justice squad throughout every map on this series, and he's going to decide to play it. Do you think that that was the right play right there?
Yeah, I think just to play it, you can see the wave of Optic players kind of huddling around the Justice base. As soon as he threw it off, Optic got 3 in the kill feed. Definitely would have been much worse had the drone been on the ground mid-street as well. It's going to be TCM on your screen, going to be working for that drone control, going to be able to take out Crim inside Fire building. It looks like Scump, though, as that was going on, jumped in, take the drone, threw it out of bounds, and now it's going to be a 15-second reset, going to allow Optic more time to get map control, and that's where Formal really going to start to shine.
Yeah, Crim6 playing inside garage here, just waiting this reset. When you have your sub player, you want him in this spot, but he's going to be taken out by Study. Merc is going to be the player to take the drone through school. He's going to be met up soon with someone in lockers, has 1 single escort, and they're all deciding to go middle street instead of lockers because Optic is set up for that. Merc able to get the throw off. It is a 1-point game now with 40 seconds left. We're going to need to see Justice come up clutch.
Gonna need to see Justice go huge here in the last 35 seconds. Study with a back smack on Scump. Gonna be able to get that drone, throw it for some yards. Merc gonna trail 1 player down the street, wins the second battle. That would have been huge. Crim able to win that engagement. It's gonna be Octane with the drone. He's gonna have it in his hands, gonna throw it in. 20 seconds left. Fantastic play by Octane. It's gonna be Justice. They're gonna need to get back towards middle map though. Formal with the drone, gonna have a chance to get it in. Not gonna get that throw off. Gonna be stopped in the final seconds. Don't think Octane has enough time to put it in. Almost got near a spot where he could throw it, but we are gonna go to OT here, Fox.
Octane's kill could not have been more perfectly timed. That drone was just about to leave Formal's fingers and win the game for Optic Gaming in the last few seconds of this uplink match, but we're going into overtime because he was able to follow through and take out Formal at the perfect moment.
Yeah, Formal almost able to throw that one in. That would have been a huge play on the counter. Gonna go on board with whoever has the favorable side here first in this overtime. It's gonna be Optic Gaming to start things off. We're gonna kick it off with Formal, 35 and 25, really bringing it here against Justice. Octane and TCM doing a really nice job keeping Justice in it. 2 kills in the kill feed for Optic Gaming right away. Crim gonna be bringing this down the middle of the map. Look how fast this is gonna be, Fox. We are gonna have a 15-second 2-point score from Optic Gaming.
I think Foam was a huge part of that. That hardwired class they both used to get towards Cube and barely be affected by those stuns was huge. If they had not had hardwired, they would not have had that 15-second capture, and it's going to be real tough for Just to answer with an even faster cap.
Yeah, going to be real hard for Justice to answer. TCM, he's going to throw that drone into the Optic base, just trying to make a play happen. Nothing going to go down. It's going to be Optic Gaming winning this one. It's going to be Detroit Uplink going in their favor.